Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's session. Today we are talking about bones, bone and joint health. My name is Fred Gishuki, and I welcome you to this session. It's always great to meet with you guys every Sunday afternoon to talk about health. Fred Gishuki has been in the wellness industry for a very long time, more than 25 years. I joined because I wanted to make some money, but I got passionate about health and about making a positive difference in people's lives. And today I'm actually here to talk about the health of our skeletal structure. We are talking about our bones. And in this session, we will learn how we can be able to take care of our bones and how we can be able to avoid arthritis and many other bone complications that occur, especially as one gets a bit older. And but alarmingly nowadays, it's happening even to young people. You find people, teenagers basically, having arthritis and other problems related to bones. So we want to unpack it and see what can we do to actually avoid this condition and prevent it from happening to us. And if we already have it, how can we manage it? How can we, so to speak, heal from it? And that is the main trajectory of our talk. And as I start, I would appreciate, I don't know, Gladys, I hope you can see my screen, and I hope my screen can is moving. If it is not, please alert me. So let's look at health, because health is critical. For you to be healthy, there are certain things that you need. And one of the things that you need is rest. You need rest. Very, very important. We talk about making sure you sleep between 6 to 7 hours a day so that your body can be able to regenerate itself. Your mind can relax, and you can rejuvenate yourself and be able to face the next day. Exercise is important, especially for our joints. You need to be moving all the time. The moment you find yourself in a sedentary position, you're actually damaging your body. One of the things that I found, or I came to learn in my studies on health, is that what you don't use, you lose. What you don't use, you lose. If you don't use your muscles, they become weaker and weaker. If you don't walk, then your legs become weak. Your joints become also weak. So it's important to use what God gave you and strain it a little bit. Do some exercise, some strenuous exercise that makes your skeletal structure stronger. The other issue is diet. Diet plays a huge role as far as bone health is concerned, and you're going to see about that in a minute, because your diet can either make you slim and trim, it can make you a bit overweight. If you're overweight, definitely you're putting more weight on your skeletal structure, and that might lead to osteoarthritis and amongst other complications related with bones. So diet plays a huge, huge role, and what you eat also matters, and you're going to see about that in a minute. Now, if you look at the way our life unfolds in the normal scheme of things, we are born when we are very vibrant, very strong, energetic. And as time goes by, we get into the tired zone. And this happens because of too much stress in our life, lack of sleep, very little exercise, weight gain, like what I've said. And that gets you into the tired zone. You're always tired. You wake up, you're tired. Then you get to the sick zone. And in the sick zone, you find that you end up with things like arthritis, sugar levels are unmanageable, or you get into diabetes, get into high BP, cholesterol, stroke, heart attack. And that is the normal way, and quote unquote, the normal way of doing it. But we are saying here that you can do it differently, that you can live your life in the vibrant zone if you just take care of a few things that you can do to actually take charge of your health. And one of the things that you can do to stay in the vibrant zone for the rest of your life is take care of your diet. Now, how should you be eating? According to WHO, you're supposed to eat first, have some physical activity, exercise, and control your weight. That's number one. And that's WHO. The lifestyle pyramid you're seeing on the screen is actually the WHO wellness pyramid, which our company just adopted. And they tell you, have some physical activity. Stop using boda boda too much. Stop using Uber all the time. Walk a distance, a few stops before your main stop, and walk the rest of the way. Walk downstairs or walk upstairs rather than using the lift. Exercise your body so that your body can be able to burn the stored fat to produce energy. Then eat a lot of whole grains. Very important. Eat a lot of whole grains. Eat 9 different types of fruits and vegetables every day. That's a recommendation. It's not me, it's WHO. 9 different types of fresh fruits and vegetables every day. Now, today is Sunday, and I know most families are out having pizzas and burgers. I don't know how many vegetables or how many fruits you've eaten today, but my guess is actually minimal. And if you look at your diet, if you look at your plate, does it go together with what WHO shares, or the Neo Life Wellness Pyramid? Is that the way your plate looks like, or does it look different? Now, proteins, you minimize on proteins. They say a quarter kilo is for 12 men. In many cases, a quarter kilo is usually for one person. And anasema jashiba, yeah? But they say a quarter kilo should be for 12 men. Then fats and sugars. A teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of fat is good enough. A teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of fat is good enough, according to WHO. And that's the way we are supposed to be eating. Now, why should you minimize on sugar? Sugar is notorious in promoting the growth of unhealthy bacteria in your body, which can cause disease in the body. Things like cancer thrive on sugar. So if you can cut out sugar from your diet entirely, the better, because you get enough sugar from the food that you eat anyway. Fats, if you take too much fat, especially animal fat, then you increase your cholesterol level. Blood is not able to flow smoothly in your body. You become overweight. Fat has a lot of negative things in your body. So it's good to minimize the amount of fat that you're getting in on a daily basis. Now, this is a recommendation of WHO. How are we doing it? How are we doing it? The truth is, we are doing it the other way around. We are eating the other way around. We are eating upside down. And I always like saying, if you look at the WHO wellness pyramid, it's facing upright. That's somebody who is walking on his 2 feet. But the typical lifestyle pyramid is actually upside down. You find that is a pyramid of somebody who is about to check out from this world. And the first thing that we need to do is to sort out the way we eat. Don't leave it to chance. Don't just eat food because it is tasty. And I know there are some people who say, oh, I've eaten a protein, I've eaten a carbohydrate, I've eaten a fruit. But the question is, what protein have you eaten? Because if you ate broiler chicken, it is a protein, yes, but it might do more harm than good for your body because it has a lot of hormones. And those hormones might lead to development of some tumors. It can lead to cancer and a few other things. So you have to watch what you're eating. If it is that chicken, then it has to be a kienyeji chicken, a road runner, not the thing that where you can actually chew the bones and swallow. That is not exactly what you're meant to be eating. So you have to look at your food and ask yourself, what am I eating? What am I feeding my family? Because the reality is we are what we eat. If you're eating the way it is on the right, then you're asking for trouble. And things like arthritis and other conditions are bound to follow you up. And you can see that gentleman there enjoying his meal. And some people might say that's a balanced diet. but it's the wrong kind of meal that you're eating, because the soda has about 8 tablespoons of sugar. That's too much sugar per sitting. You can imagine this is a glass, it's about 300 ml. It's 1 glass of water, and then you put 8 tablespoons of sugar. That is crazy. But that's what we do. We take soda quite frequently. I'm not saying you cut it out from the diet entirely. It might not be possible, but minimize and just be responsible. Junk food, chips and burgers and all that, minimize, have it once in a while, but spend more time eating healthy than junking, because when you junk, then you find that you're asking for trouble. But if you can be able to spend 3/4 of your time eating the right way, then you can actually be, you can basically have your cake and eat it, so to speak. Now, let's get into arthritis, and let's see what arthritis is and what it's all about. Yeah. Now, what causes arthritis? Several things can cause arthritis. And when I talk about arthritis, I'm also talking about any kind of bone problem, bone ache, aching back, basically issues to do with joints. Now, some of the things that can cause that is injury, over exercise. If you exercise too much, it's not good for your skeletal structure. Some diseases, e.g. leukemia, bone cancer, will also affect your bone structure. Mineral deficiency, infections, osteoporosis, being overweight, having an underactive thyroid. These are some of the things that will actually cause arthritis to happen. Now, how can you stop arthritis? Maintain a healthy exercise plan. Get enough calcium and vitamin D. Vitamin D, we get it from the sun, but many of us don't get enough of it. In fact, a recent research showed that in Africa, where there's a lot of sunshine, we don't get enough vitamin D, simply because we tend to spend a lot of our time indoors. So you find that you leave the house, you get into a car, you drive to work, you get to work, you stay in the office the whole day, might not even go for lunch, you leave work late after 6. So you're not meeting the sun anywhere. So you're not getting enough amounts of vitamin D. And when you're not getting enough amounts of vitamin D, a lot of things are affected in your body. Absorption of calcium, your immunity goes down. In fact, one of the main treatments for COVID-19 was vitamin D, vitamin D3. Simply standing in the sun and enjoying that sunshine was actually highly recommended. In fact, I remember a doctor who shared with me and told me that if you want to avoid COVID-19, then make sure that you walk at least 10,000 steps every day and enjoy enough sunshine. I mean, that's amazing. As in, doing what God intended for us to do would actually boost your immunity and prevent you from getting COVID-19, which was actually, or it still is, a very lethal disease. So you find that getting enough vitamin D is important. Taking a healthy diet, avoid smoking, and then take nutritional supplements. These are some of the steps that you can take to actually ensure that you can stop arthritis. Now let's look at the food part. What are some of the foods that can give you calcium, can give you vitamin D, even before we get to supplementation? Now, some of the food you can see on the screen, you can even take a screenshot of this. This can inform the food that you're putting on your plates on a daily basis, so that you can be able to get the right kind of food in your body that can support your skeletal structure. Cheese is good, definitely, because it's an extract of milk and you need that for your bones. Yogurt is perfect. It's exciting. It supports healthy bacteria in the body as well as having a lot of calcium, which is good for your bones. Milk goes without saying, but the amounts of milk that you need are quite high. In fact, I was reading a nutritional book and they were saying that a lady if you're a lady, you need about 8 glasses of milk a day. Now, I don't know how many ladies take a glass of milk a day, let alone 8 glasses of milk a day. And then again, if you take the milk that we have from our cows, most of that milk is GMO. So you find that most of our cows are actually pumped with a lot of antibiotics. So if you take 8 glasses of milk a day, you might start suffering from cholesterol and other problems. But one time I was doing a talk for the Maasais over at Entiak in Narok. And I was just sharing with them about the importance of getting enough milk, getting enough calcium. And I asked them, you guys have cows, how much milk do you take per day? And the ladies told me, well, our men take quite a bit of milk, but us, we don't take much. So I said, okay, fine. So how much milk do the men take? And one lady did a quick calculation, and she actually said her husband takes between 6 to 8 liters a day. So in the morning, he has to take milk. At about lunch, 10 o'clock, he takes milk. Lunchtime, he takes milk. In the evening, he takes milk. And you see, the cows that the Maasais are rearing usually feed on vegetation. They feed on herbs. So you find that the milk that they get has very little, if any, of cholesterol in it. And that's why they can afford to do that. Plus the milk that they take, they mix it with herbs, which are able to break down some of the cholesterol in the milk. And the lady proceeded to tell me, as ladies, we don't take much of it. So I said, okay, so you ladies, how much do you take? Say like about 4 liters a day. I was like, wow. But when you look at the Maasais, even when they age, as they grow older, they don't shrink. They don't become shorter with time. Like my dad was a very tall guy. Today I'm taller than him. He was way taller than me. I mean, he was a tall guy, but he has grown shorter over the years. And you'll find that most people will shrink as they grow older. But the Maasais tend to remain tall and very athletic looking. And they also tend to retain their teeth. They don't lose their teeth as they grow older, and they have fewer teeth problems simply because they take enough calcium. Yeah. Now, other foods that will give you calcium, talking about greens like spinach, sardines, salmon, cereals, tuna, eggs. Now, one thing I must say about eggs is make sure you eat the kienyeji eggs. Kienyeji eggs are very highly recommended. They are low in bad cholesterol, and they are very good for your eyes. They have a lot of calcium. So kienyeji eggs are perfect. They're quite exciting, and you can eat an egg a day and you'll be good. But now when you get into these other eggs that we are used to, the ones that we buy from the shops and that have been laid by the broiler chicken, then if you eat too much of that, then you're asking for trouble. Now, another food that is not here, but that needs to be mentioned is omena. Omena is one of the best sources of calcium. And that is why you find that most animal feeds actually are made together with crushed omena, because omena actually strengthens the bones very well, and it helps your skeletal structure to be strong. Now, unfortunately, omena is viewed upon as food for the poor. And that is why you find that many people don't eat omena. Some people don't like the smell. I come from a community whereby if you cooked omena, that's sufuria, and you and your omena, you are thrown out. Yeah, especially my grandmother would throw you out if you cooked omena. So you find that we are deficient. There's a huge deficiency as far as calcium. And I can pose a question right there. I mean, just search your soul and ask yourself, the food that you eat on a daily basis, how much of that food has calcium? How much of that food is covered on this chart? And you'll find that even as some of us who eat our spinach and our greens, we tend to overcook it. And when you overcook it, you lose the nutrients that you're looking for. So there's a solution in terms of food, and we should strive to actually eat the right food. And when I'm on this point, I should also mention that there are some foods that you need to cut out, because a lot of alcohol, acidic foods will actually be counterproductive. They'll actually destroy the same bones that you're trying to build up. A lot of sugar will also mess up the absorption of calcium. If you're taking too much soda, then that one will also affect the amount of calcium that is being absorbed by your body, and that will lead to brittle bones. Yeah. So it's important to know this, and let's move on here and see what are some of the solutions that you can actually take or do to actually get enough calcium. Now, when you're looking at the solution, then we come into Neolife. Neolife comes in as a very, very fantastic organization, a very fantastic partner that can actually help you to deal with various lifestyle diseases, not just arthritis. And here we are looking at a trend, a prediction that was made by WHO, which has already come to pass. They had said by 2020, chronic disease will account for almost 3 out of 4 deaths worldwide. And they talked about heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory disease, obesity, and that's what they talked about. And today, I know we are beyond 2020, we are going to 2023, and this is a reality today. I mean, if I mention any of those conditions, I know you know somebody who is suffering from one of those lifestyle diseases. Now, Jerry Brasfield had a lifestyle disease. He had asthma. He used some of the Neolife products. They worked for him. He took it up as a business, ended up owning Neolife as his company. And he partnered with Dr. Arthur First. Arthur First was the #1 toxicologist in the world. He's the man who invented oral chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer. And then he said, why should I wait for people to fall sick and then give them medicine, whereas I can come up with interventions that can actually help in preventing the disease in the first place. And that's where he put together what we call the Scientific Advisory Board, which is a board of scientists. And these guys are the ones who formulate and ensure that our products are manufactured and that they are natural, they are whole food supplements. In fact, they are so strict that they go to the farm where they get the raw materials from, the food that they use to make our products, and they check the soil to see what is actually in that soil. If the soil has chemicals in it, then they don't buy that produce. They don't get that food because they believe that they have to give you something pure, something that will actually help your body, not bring other problems. So the amazing thing about our products, we have what we call an SAB, Scientific Advisory Board sticker on all our products, which means that these scientists have put their reputation on the line. They confirm that this product is safe, it doesn't have a side effect. Our receipts have a money-back guarantee. I don't know how many companies actually give you a guarantee out there. The answer is none. Most companies will say goods once sold cannot be returned or exchanged. But here we give you a guarantee that if you use our products and it doesn't work for you, you can actually bring it back either for a refund or you can exchange it. So that's a Scientific Advisory Board. Let's look at the solution. How can you righten your pyramid? How can you take it back the right way up? Like I said earlier, I know because of our lifestyle, you cannot be eating the pyramid the right way up every day. Because of time, the soils are depleted. There are too many chemicals and in the atmosphere, the water we are drinking has chlorine, the busy working schedule, financial restrictions. There are so many things that come and interfere. Even if you wanted to eat the right way, you find that you're unable to, and you're forced to eat the wrong way because of those things that I've mentioned. And Neolife came up with a solution. The first product that Neolife recommends that we should all be eating, it goes together with what I've been talking about, is 3NN. 3NN basically gives you whole grain. And we are talking about 3NN is made from the germ of wheat, rice, and soya. When you take enough 3NN, it actually helps your cells so that now nutrients can get in and waste can get out. If you're not taking enough 3NN, the cell becomes very tough and impermeable. Nutrients are not able to get in, waste is not able to get out. You start getting very, very fatigued. You're always tired for some reason. and you're wondering what is happening out of this. And 3NN was the #1 ever nutritional supplement that was actually made in America. And it's one of our flagship products in your life. When you take 3NN, many benefits come. You become more energetic, your skin looks good, you stop sleeping ovio, and your energy levels just go up. So it's a product that I highly recommend. Make sure you get it for yourself. Another product that is important is called carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex is made from 18 different types of fruits and vegetables. It is clinically proven to boost your immunity by 37% in 20 days. So when you take it, you have a 37% increase in terms of immunity. And that actually helps your body to fight disease. When you take a 90 tablets can of carotenoid, it's like you've actually taken 115 kilos of fresh fruits and vegetables. So it's an amazing product. It slows down the aging process by 44%, and also slows down the onset of lifestyle diseases by 44%. Now, when you take carotenoid complex and you have arthritis, it actually slows it down so that you can outlive the condition. It's also very good for rheumatoid arthritis and other forms of arthritis that have to do with the immune system actually attacking the body itself. So carotenoid complex sorts out your immunity and ensures that your immunity is functioning the way God intended it to function. Another product that is exciting is called omega-3 salmon. Now, omega-3, I know there are many people who say, okay, fine, I'll go and just buy a product from the chemists with the omega-3. But let me tell you one thing. The difference between what we have in omega-3 and what is in the market is that our omega-3 has the 8 members of the omega-3 families. And that is what is there on the screen. And why is it important to get the 8? Because each of those members has a benefit for your body. And when you take our omega-3 salmon, within 60 days of taking omega-3, it lowers your immunity by about 68%. So you find that not your immunity, it lowers your inflammation in the body by about 68%. And you see, inflammation, nyuvimbe andani, that's what we call disease. It's actually disease. When you lower inflammation, it means that if you're asthmatic, you won't be having fits on and off. If you have arthritis, then the pain that you feel in your joints will actually go down. And one of the things that omega-3 oils will do is that it helps to build the synovial fluid on your joints. And you see, synovial fluid is what enables you to do this. For your joints to move, you actually need synovial fluid. If you see some people, as they grow older, when they get into arthritis, they cannot even move their fingers because the synovial fluid is finished. So when you take omega-3 salmon, you ensure that you have enough synovial fluid in your body so your joints are able to move smoothly, and that ensure that you avoid getting fractures and that kind of thing, and you're able to actually be comfortable. So salmon oil is amazing. It's good for the brain. It has so many benefits. It lowers cholesterol in the body, good for people with high blood pressure. The list of what it does is endless. Then multivitamin mineral. This is important because you need vitamins and minerals. You need calcium is a mineral. You need zinc. Zinc is amazing. It's good for healing the body and healing the bones. And all this is in what we call multi, one of our products, or multi-mineral and alfalfa. So you need a good balance of minerals to actually ensure that your body, to actually ensure that you're actually functioning properly. Now, when you combine that, you actually form a product we call Pro Vitality Plus. And that's an amazing product, which actually lightens up your pyramid so that the pyramid looks the right way up. When you take this power pack, let me tell you, there are clients I have who take Pro Vitality and they say, what is in that thing? One was telling me, are you sure they are not steroids? He was feeling so good. He couldn't believe it. He had been feeling so tired. He was having insomnia. He couldn't sleep at night. But after taking Pro Vitality Plus, he was on top of the world. this is actually a product that you need to invest in. Even if you don't hear anything I'm going to say today, if you buy Pro Vitality Plus and start using it, let me tell you, your life will never be the same again. Those fatigue and that tiredness and joint problems and all that, you start getting a serious relief when you take Pro Vitality Plus. Now, let's move on and look at other specific products that you can take. We talked about calcium and the importance of calcium and the fact that we cannot all take 8 glasses of milk on a daily basis. For some, it's not accessible. And even for those to whom it's accessible, it's not the right quality. If you're buying it from the supermarket, then that is a residue. That's a byproduct of milk, not milk. The main thing has been taken out of it. So what should you do? Calcium, magnesium. Calcium, magnesium is the answer. It's an amazing product. It has vitamin D in it, and it has a very good ratio of calcium to magnesium. One thing that I came to learn from Dr. Fatma Abdallah is that when you blink, you are using calcium and magnesium. Any movement you make, you are using calcium and magnesium. If you don't have enough of either, you will not be able to blink. You can imagine sleeping the whole night and you cannot shut your eyes because you don't have calcium and magnesium. That's an extreme case, but it's important to supplement with this product. Now, ladies need about 1,500 milligrams of calcium in a day. Yeah, men need about 1,000 milligrams of calcium. Now, the question is, how much calcium are you getting in your diet? If you're nowhere near that, then I can assure you, you need to supplement with calcium, magnesium. A tablet of calcium, magnesium has about 100 milligrams of calcium. So recommended is 3 per day, so 300 mg, and then you get the rest from food. Now, especially ladies lose a lot of calcium because of their monthly cycle, because of lactating children, they lose a lot of calcium, and you need to supplement that on a daily basis. But men also need calcium. So if you're a man, don't think that this is a product just for ladies. We also need calcium. You want your muscles to remain strong. You don't want to shrink as you grow older, and you want your immunity to be good. So the vitamin D3 will help on that. Now, omega-3 salmon, I've talked about salmon, very, very important for your joints, for lowering inflammation and the like. Another product that is critical is called Full Motion. Now, Full Motion is a relatively new product in our market. It is rich in what we call glucosamine. And glucosamine is good for developing cartilage. Now, cartilage ni ile kahwait na ukikula kuku, ile kahwait inakuwa kwa joint that you chew and it's crunchy. That is cartilage. Now, the way the bone degenerates is that you find that the synovial fluid thins out, the cartilage starts rubbing on each other before it now gets to the bone. And when it rubs on each other, starts breaking down, that cushioning that is on your joint wears out. And that is why you need to take Full Motion so that you can build back your cartilage in your body. Now there you have it. You can take a screenshot of that. It just gives you the 3 powerhouse products that we've just talked about for your bones: calcium, omega-3 salmon, Full Motion, those 3 products. And as you can see, salmon clinically proven to lower inflammation by 68% in 8 weeks. Chelated calcium, chelated meaning that it is released pole-pole in your system. So your system is able to use it to the maximum. Full Motion, 3 tablets have 1,500 milligrams of glucosamine in them. It is the most powerful product as far as glucosamine is concerned in the market. So those are products that you need to have. Another product which came recently is called magnesium. This is an additional to what is there in the calcium. It's called magnesium complex. And what does magnesium do for you? It's good for your normal physiological function, maintenance of bones in the body, energy, muscle function. It's an amazing product. It's an addition to the magnesium in the calcium. So you can actually take magnesium and calcium at the same time so that you can get enough magnesium. Another product that is a power pack that will help you with arthritis is Daily Vitality Pack. Daily Vitality Pack has 5 products which are so critical for us. It has vitamin B complex, which is good for absorption of minerals and good for nerves. It has Formula 4, which is rich in threonine and vitamins in it. It has vitamin E, which has been known to heal. It's very good for internal healing. I remember one of our scientific advisory board members who had suffered from got polio at a very young age. Used vitamin E, and he was able to build back his bone density and his legs, and he was able to start standing, and his hands were working again because of vitamin E. So it's an amazing product. It's actually in the Daily Vitality Pack. It has vitamin C sustained release. Vitamin C builds the collagen. Collagen is a muscle that joins your bones together. So you have vitamin C, and it's a sustained release formula. Then you have multimineral and alfalfa. This is minerals. It's alfalfa is good for internal healing, and it actually helps the body to heal itself. So when you take Daily Vitality Pack, it's different from Prime Vitality Pack. This is Daily Vitality Pack. Then you get a powerhouse product that will actually give a punch to arthritis. Okay. Now, another product, last two products. This is Neolife Shake and Neolife Tea. These products are basically Neolife products, but they are more focused on weight reduction. Remember, we said that if you're overweight, if you're obese, then you're putting too much weight on your skeletal structure. And these two products will actually help you to burn stored fat to produce energy, lose some weight, which will make it easier for your bones and your skeletal structure. So those are the products that I wanted to talk about as far as arthritis is concerned. And if you don't hear anything else, if you forget most of the things I talked about, just remember this: get your Pro Vitality, get your omega-3, get your calcium, get your full motion. Those 4 products, if you get them, you're actually good in fighting arthritis. Now, a few things to remember: invest in your health today or your sickness tomorrow. I mean, it's not, I know we have guests on the call, and sometimes when you're a guest, one might tend to be a bit skeptical. Maybe somebody tells you, why should you take supplements? Oh, you're not sick and all that. But I'm here to tell you one thing. Nowadays, it's not a question of whether you'll fall sick. It's a question of when will you fall sick? Because if you're eating the diet that we normally eat, then definitely it is like if you have a car and you're putting substandard fuel in it, definitely it's going to break down. And that's the way our body works. So if you're eating the normal way we are eating, if you're living in this environment, inhaling all these chemicals, it's only a matter of time before you start getting these lifestyle diseases. And it is good to be proactive, just like the people in the West, because we have taken the Western diet. So we need to take also their lifestyle in the sense of we need to start supplementing the way they do, because they start supplementing at childbirth and they continue with it all their lives. And that's why you find that in America, like life expectancy is at 75%, it's 75 years of age, because they eat badly, but they supplement a lot. So we need to take that. We need to take the issue of supplementation very seriously and invest in our health. The same way you pay electricity, invest in buying some supplements for you and for your family. It will save you spending money buying anti-cancer medicine or buying medicine for diabetes and other problems. Now, your body will be around a lot longer than that expensive handbag. So invest in your body first. Your health is an investment, not an expense. The best investment you can ever make is your own health. Okay. So take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Now we have other solutions, not just arthritis. We have stress management, memory programs, weight loss, heart health, energy and fitness, balancing sugar levels, fertility for both men and women, hormonal balance, children's health. We also have a product called Super Grow for the farm that gives you double harvest, that ensures you don't use chemicals and you're able to get a good production. Now, As we come to the end of our session, if you're here on the call, you can fall in either of these categories. You can decide, I want to be a consumer, and you can be buying the products and using them for yourself. You can decide, I want to be a business builder, or you can decide, I just want to sell these products. Whichever you decide to do, we are good with it. But what I always recommend, it is better to become a business builder, because it's something you can do part-time in the evening, weekends, public holidays, whenever you're free. You can invest some time and do something that will generate you some income. And some of the benefits that you get when you do it as a business builder is personal growth and development, leadership development. You get to travel internationally, retire healthy and active, build lasting relationships. I can tell you, I retired at the age of 30, courtesy of Neolife. I've been able to travel to more than 25 countries. I've gotten tremendous personal growth, leadership training, and you can too. So if you're looking for more out of life, if you're looking to live life in the full, if you want to enjoy your life, if you're in a situation where you're feeling like you're lacking some direction in your life, you're waking up, going to work, coming back in the evening, day in, day out, you have nothing. I mean, you're feeling like, is this all that life can offer? I am here to tell you that Neolife has more. You can come in, you can start building an asset of your own that you can actually retire into, and that will pay you good money, and you'll start traveling the world even as you grow older. So this is an amazing opportunity. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. But before I go, I want to invite one of our leaders in the business. This is a gentleman that I've been working with, and he's a gentleman that I truly respect. He's a man who is very, very successful in your life. He's one of our leaders, and he's had a very busy weekend. In fact, yesterday he was in Mombasa. I was calling him, and he was in a vehicle coming to Nairobi. Today he's in all the way in Kinangop, and he agreed to just share a little bit and just give his testimony. So I want to invite Ndungu to just basically come in and share a little bit. Ndungu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you.
Oh yeah, I'm actually in. I am in Gatanga. Gatanga is in Muranga.
Okay, fantastic.
But I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for this chance, and I'm really excited. I was in Mombasa yesterday, and I happened to have a function here in Gatanga, where I come from, in a place called Donyashege. And then I had to come over, and I'm really excited. I'm right in the onset of the Mount Kenya. And I'm really excited that I came over to this business. My name is Isaac Ndungu, and by profession, I'm a high school teacher. For 15 years, I told the students to look here. I would tell them that they should know this and they should know the other. And I have explained that one for many years. When we started the business, that is 9 years ago, I remember it is my wife, Purity, who actually came with the products. And when she came with the tree and N, that time we were being given tree and N, she would take them and I would tell her, Mimi si mgonjwa, I am not sick. So I really don't need 3NN because I'm not sick. I don't need this medicine. I didn't know. Later on, I started taking especially 3NN. And then I realized I had an issue with the early onset of arthritis. And every time I would be in somewhere cold, I would have very severe pain in one of my knee. And we had spent quite a good amount of money at Aga Khan, checking, and then we couldn't really get to the root of this, of the whole thing. But I remember when I started now, when we got into the business and I started taking the products, at some point I was telling somebody, I didn't know which of the knee was actually paining because the pain just left. And as we talk today, I feel so good. I don't have issues with that. But I want you to look at the ignorance I had of saying, I am not sick, so I need not actually take this product because I'm okay, I'm good. Today I know better, and I encourage people to actually take the product. I was taking a short video of my mother just now when Fred was still going on, and I was asking her. She's almost 87 years now, and she has been using our product. And I was asking her, why are you not using a walking stick? Because she doesn't use one. In fact, I have met her in the marketplace, our marketplace called Donyoshege. That's where I have met her, and we came now with her to our home. And I am jokingly asking her, Mom, why are you not using a walking stick? Then she jokingly told me, I will start next week. And it's a great joy to see her in the farm doing farming. She doesn't know the products by their names, but what she tells me the black one is over. That one I know is the black one is usually carotenoid. The green one is not there. That is now 3NN. And these products have really helped her. And as I watch her, going through, and there was a time she really had very serious, before she started using the product, she had serious issues with diabetes. Now it's controlled, things are good, and she continues with life. But allow me to mention something about this business. As I taught in class, there are things I never thought would ever happen to me. I never imagined that at some point I would get a chance to travel and get out of this country. And through this business, I have been able to travel. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, on this call, whenever you travel with your life, your mind changes. You find different things. Things just don't remain the same. And it has given me a lot of hope, new life. I always feel like I'm starting again. I am like, this is something new. My life is now full. I was talking to some students this week, actually on Friday, and I was feeling it is good that I left teaching at some point, because I would only be talking to students of one school. Nowadays, I have an advantage. I can talk to students of many schools without somebody telling me, why were you not in class at this hour? So that one has also given me out of freedom. So when I have gotten that element of that I'm able to get out of this country through this business, it has opened up my mind. And now there is no ceiling. There is nothing that is put here that I cannot go beyond. So I can do business to the level that I want. And I would want to say a word to our distributors, the people that are in the business. This is a great opportunity. I don't know what would have happened to my life. There are people that I don't admire. When I see their life, it's like getting smaller and smaller. And for me, it's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Today, I've interacted with several people, and I can assure you that my phone has around 10 new numbers. To me, when I meet 10 new people, in the back of my mind, those are prospects. So somebody is asking me, si unisaidia unipatie namba yako ya simu. To me, I'm telling them, oh, thank you very much. Get my phone number. We shall now start talking. Of course, I don't tell them about the business immediately. But let me tell you, that is the intention. And I have really seen wonders happening in this business. I have 3 minutes because it's the top of the hour. So the business has really helped me in terms of mind, fikira zangu, in terms of travel, and the money. And the beauty of this money is that now I have more money, and there is no limitation. There is no ceiling. Nobody can tell me this month you're going to get this amount of money. No. And I can get 300,000 this month and get 400 next month. There is nobody has told me that this will be your salary. So it is a great opportunity. And I'm so happy even for the forums that I'm given to some veterans like Fred, who has been in the business for quite a while. And Fred, thank you very much for this clinic. it has really opened up our eyes, and we are really seeing very different things, and a lot of richness in terms of product knowledge, so that even when we interact with other people, we are helping them in the rightful manner. So I'm really excited. I am happy. Nowadays, I take the products not because I am sick, but that I may remain healthy. Now I know. Now the products are not only for Purity now. They are for me, Purity, and the children, and the people around me. Thank you very much again, Fred, for giving me a chance. And to say hi to this great team. I am really grateful. And thank you for the opportunity. I would have wanted to have done much more, but I think my proximity was a little bit tough. Just to touch this one thing. Can you imagine? I was in Mombasa yesterday. I was in our church today, and I had quite a long session, and I'm still talking. And the way I'm seeing, I am the one driving back to Nairobi. Sioni Purity akiwa na dalili za kudrive, ni mimi nitadrive. Can you imagine? And I'm still feeling energetic. I'm still feeling strong. Earlier on, I remember I would get back to the house, and always I would be angry because I am tired, in quotes. Sikujua, kumbe the food I was taking and the lifestyle I had adopted was actually not good. So I am really happy, full of energy and full of life. I am so excited to be in your life. It has honestly given me new life. Thank you very much, Fred. May God bless you. I am grateful for giving me this chance. Signing off from Gatanga constituency. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Ndungu. Isaac is always exciting. I mean, if you didn't say you had traveled that long, nobody would tell. You look so fresh. You look so energetic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time to give us that testimony. Guys, there you have it. I cannot add anything else. All I can say is talk to the person who invited you, buy the products from him, or join the company, become a distributor. If you are in there, let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Let us offer solutions to people. Let us change people's lives, and you'll be blessed even as you do it. Because when you make a positive difference in one life, that's a blessing right there for you. So we've come to the end of our session. This recording will be available later tonight, so you can share it with your friends and your relatives. If you want to know more about the business, tomorrow in the evening at 8 o'clock, we will be at having a Zoom session on this link, so you can actually be able to attend and learn more about how to build a business. Others, have a blessed evening. God bless you, and we'll see you again next Sunday. Thank you and bye.